Right. So you sure that's it? Because it says 2, not 1.
Yeah, because 1's velocity.
Velocity. It is the final SmackDown before SummerSlam. And it proved what we already know. SmackDown is getting slammed by Raw.
It is indeed. And we've got Brock Lesnar against The Rock. I'm not a fan of the SummerSlam intro, I'm not. It's pretty unique, but uniquely pish, in my personal opinion. I'm not buying it when it's hyping up all these matches. Shawn Michaels' return, it's the most drawn-out, automated voice of all time. They could have did something better.
Yeah, it was like...
arguably the best SummerSlam of all time.
It's almost like they just went on the internet and typed in audio voices and they got like this generic one. Like, what the hell?
The Cerebral Assassin.
The Cerebral Assassin.
The Heartbreak Kid. The Family Killing Machine.
Chris Benoit.
Against Broken Neck. Edge.
Actually, it's RVD.
It's Edge against Guerrero, right? Pill popping Guerrero.
Well, we kick off this show with Heyman and Brock. And this just didn't really do much for me. Again, Heyman talks about Brock ending Hulk Hogan's career. He says that Brock will do the same thing to The Rock at SummerSlam. He says that Brock wants The Rock to have a little taste of SummerSlam tonight, though. And Heyman says that the Brock and Rock will collide before the night is through. Brock says he feels the same way he felt the night he fought Hogan. Brock says he's going to make The Rock cry like a little bitch. Thoughts on that? Cry like a little bitch.
Well, The Rock, it seems like every SmackDown these days, he is crying like a little bitch because Benoit's locked him in the crossface.
And holding him tight. So Rock comes out. Rock's not having this. Rock looks like he's going to take it to Brock Lesnar. Talks to Smack to Brock Lesnar. Rock says that tonight is a night like no other. The Rock is going to come down and whoop your candy ass. Crowd are chanting Rocky, but it doesn't really last long because Eddie Guerrero and Chris Benoit come out and they sneak up and attack The Rock from behind. And again, we see Benoit with a crossface on The Rock on top of the ramp. And Heyman and Lesnar just watch on. I just don't like this build-up of Benoit being the one to beat up The Rock while Brock Lesnar just watches it. It's like, Brock Lesnar can beat up The Rock. He doesn't need fucking Benoit to do his dirty work.
Yeah, I could just guarantee, though, going forward, that I'm going to prefer Raw over SmackDown because we've lost Hogan, we're losing The Rock, right? And it's just going to be the SmackDown 6 pushed down your throat. And I like Angle. I like Edge. Benoit and Guerrero are just... Come on, they lost to Spike Dudley 3 weeks ago.
What I always felt about this period, what I felt about Raw and SmackDown from this period up until forever. I always felt like Raw was more the entertainment show. I felt like Raw was like sports entertainment. I felt Raw had the better segments, the better like spectacles, so to speak. Whereas SmackDown maybe focused more on the in-ring work and had the more like ring generals.
The better workers, so to speak.
Like, if you look at the SmackDown 6, is the SmackDown 6 known for their great promos? And no. I'm not saying some of them aren't great at promos, but I don't recall anyone really looking at the moments in SmackDown and go, that was a great moment, that was a great... Yeah, I just think of what Raw is going to offer over the next couple of years. You've got Evolution, you've got Goldberg, Hollywood Rock. He was a Raw guy. I think he appeared on SmackDown a couple of times, but he was mainly on Raw. You've got Kane turning into a fucking complete monster. You've got Austin coming back and be the co-GM. I just think over the next couple of years, we've got a lot of shit more happening on Raw than we do on SmackDown.
No, you're goddamn right, but The Rock, he's in the crossface, and they just repeat this thing where he's looking like he shot himself, and he's looking at Brock, and Brock's looking at him, and he's looking at Brock, and then Benoit's just loving life, and Guerrero's sitting, arriba, amigo.
I don't know, Benoit and Guerrero, they just aren't doing it for me.
No, and they aren't doing it for Edge either.
But like, they can try and push Benoit, and I'm not saying he isn't having success, but I felt like Benoit... pre-injury, like pre-invasion, but Benoit did feel like he was a threat to main eventers.
He came back, he put in a program with Flair, and it just didn't do anything.
Hasn't really done it for me.
Nope.
Yeah, ever since him and Guerrero teamed up with Flair, that was a no-go.
Yeah, and like, it's weird though, because you've got Guerrero and Benoit battering The Rock, and then like Edge actually gets like the upper hand on them here. Like, he gets battered here, and then later on the show he gets his revenge. Like, The Rock doesn't get any revenge.
Well, he will in the main event.
Yeah, I know, but it's not like The Rock confronts them later on throughout the show and beats them up in the parking lot. Edge actually gets that.
Yeah, Edge approaches Stephanie and he demands a match with Benoit and Guerrero against him and The Rock. So The Rock doesn't even get a say in this.
No.
Edge just demands the match.
The Rock was too beat up to demand a
It
say
looks
in
like
this.
Edge wanted to get... Edge was thinking The Rock here.
He was? Come on, Dwayne.
Which it doesn't really make a lot of sense to me. Shouldn't Edge's priority be getting his hands on Benoit and Guerrero? Why does he take care, A, if he teams up with The Rock, and B, isn't this the same tag team match we got last fucking week? 2 weeks ago?
Yep.
When Eric Bischoff was at ringside and Benoit and Guerrero joined SmackDown?
This is one of the last Rock free TV matches, I would assume. I know he's a match against like the Hurricane.
But is a repeat of a tag team match we got 2 weeks ago?
No, you're right.
It wasn't great back then. I don't think it was great the night either.
It wasn't, but talking a great tag team match.
And Edge as well. Edge has been on the decline.
He has
Edge
been.
he went for a feud with Angle and...
Teaming with Hogan to this. What happened, damn it? But Hurricane and Shannon Moore against
You could argue he's
Tajiri
teaming with The Rock, like, but
and
still.
Jamie Noble. I know, but come on, man.
Aye, so that's it. Backstage segment. We have, well, no, a match.
No, we had the match, but this is just Matt Hardy running down, celebrating, thinking he's the man, isn't it? I mean, that's pretty much what this is.
Aye, well, we're about to sync.
Aye, we are. Well, yeah, we've covered the segment. That's my point. I was already talking about Edge. I wanted to wrap up Edge out in one.
Right, well, so Hurricane and Shannon Moore versus Tajiri and Jamie Noble. Basically, after the match, they're brawling in the ring. Now, Shannon Moore gets another win. This time he pins the champion, Jamie Noble. Why Shannon Moore's getting these wins all of a sudden, I'm not too sure. But he is. Good for Shannon Moore. But the guy's literally only been on SmackDown a couple of weeks and he's unbeaten. And I think he's won every match. I think he's got the pin in every match he's been in. And then there's a bit of a brawl. Matt Hardy makes the save. He comes down to the ring. By this time, though, Moore and Hurricane have already taken care of Tajiri and Noble. And then Matt just celebrates in the ring as if he was the one that took care of them. Then he gets the Hurricane and Moore to lift him up on the shoulders. And I thought that was pretty funny, to be honest.
No, it was, but I'm liking this for Matt Hardy because it's something a bit different. What he's doing on Raw, making like...
What, being Jeff's brother?
Yeah, that's pretty much, yeah. Tails for Jeff and heads for Jeff. Matt, you're not on the cut. See the wee edge of the coin, the wee diameter? That's Matt Hardy.
Needs to land on that.
There's no chance he's going to fucking land on that. But he's backstage, he's bragged with the reaction he got. He says he's a megastar.
By the way, see if you flipped a coin a billion times, do you think it would ever land on the edge?
Aye.
Really?
A billion. Think how much a billion is. All these trick shots people do. Aye, it's bound to happen, man.
Fair enough.
Bound to happen, but Matt Hardy says he's going to go out to the ring again for a decent reaction, and then he's interrupted by Chavo Guerrero. Latino.
He doesn't even have the Latino heat at the moment.
Chavo.
Dun, 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 dun,
It's
dun,
Guerrero.
dun,
It's
dun.
no, but it's Eddie's Guerrero theme song for WCW.
Aye. Everything about Chavo's piss. He's got Guerrero's name, Guerrero's theme song. Pretty sure he steals Guerrero's moves. He's got Guerrero's tights. There's nothing... It doesn't have Guerrero's hairline, but there's nothing really great about Chavo Guerrero. Like, and I don't mean that in a bad way, but to me, he was just never as good as Eddie. And this is coming from someone that doesn't really highly rate Eddie Guerrero.
I would say Chavo Guerrero is like the most 5 out of 10 wrestler you could get. There's nothing about him. His name's alright, I'll give him that.
You know what? I always used to say back in the day, it should have been him to win the world title after what happened to Eddie Guerrero. But you can see why WWE gave it to Ray.
Yeah.
Because Ray's just marketable.
The biggest little man.
Ray's the biggest little man. Better in the ring. More exciting in the ring. I'm not saying Chavo Guerrero's a bad wrestler, but he is just a bit bland and fucking boring.
No, he is. Definitely. And
Could Chavo Guerrero as a world champion have really worked?
yeah, in that era.
And he got his run as CCW champ. That's good
He
enough.
could have won it, right? But not in Mania. Right?
That's right. He doesn't go in Mania and beat Angle and Orton, surely.
Come on, man. No, definitely not.
Maybe he could beat Jamie Noble or something for the Cruiserweight title, but...
He beats Matt Hardy, because guess what? Kids Pyro hits, and Eddie Guerrero's little retarded cousin gets the victory. Rolls Matty up, Matty too hotty up here. 1, 2, 3, but Matt Hardy's complaining. Everyone knows when an explosion goes off, the match doesn't count.
You gotta evacuate the building.
This is after 9/11 too.
Fucking is. Matt calls this the biggest screw job since Montreal. He calls it, I believe, where's he from? North Carolina screw job.
Yep.
Doesn't really have the same ring to it, does it?
The Montreal's
Montreal Screwjob, North Carolina Screwjob.
The Montreal Screwjob.
But anyway, you know what? Matt Hardy was pretty entertaining.
It was. It's a shame, like, but I mean, when will he team up with Shannon Moore? I'm assuming at one point the Hurricane just gets.
He did drop a Matt Hardy version 1 quote in his promo tonight as well, so
we're getting closer to that.
We're getting very close.
Up next, we have Funaki. He's going to the women's locker room.
Funaki going somewhere where no man has ever gone before. The women's locker room.
Oh, Nidia.
Oh, there's a rare Nidia in the women's locker room.
This looked more like a boiler room.
It did. I expected to see Mankind coming out with his man boobs or something.
Mankind.
Interview me, Funaki.
Oh, it's Mick Foley. I mean, Mankind.
Oh, Cactus Jack.
What are you doing here?
What happened to your other ear?
Oh.
Anyway, right, basically we get to the promo. Nydia's show it. She's like changing behind this curtain figgy. Nydia's like, oh, do you like these? And Funaki's trying to pop his head over to have a look. Then we get Molly Holly coming out. Molly Holly's disgusted. Nydia then asks Molly Holly, wait, isn't it me and you tonight in the ring? I'd like to fucking think, you know, I mean, it's the title match. Jesus Christ. That to me did piss me off a little bit.
Yeah.
She said it like it was a question and not a statement. Hey, it's me and you tonight.
Aye.
She was like, isn't it me and you tonight? I mean, come on, you've got a shot at the title. How the fuck can you not know?
Maybe it's just to play on the lackadaisical side of Nydia.
Molly Holly Nydia says when she wins tonight, she will show everybody her breasts in celebration. But the bad news is we all know that Nydia is not going to win, so.
Yeah, she's not. I mean, it's mental that you're ruling someone out of a victory against Molly Holly.
Molly Holly says that tonight she will keep the women's title sacred. She walks off and Nydia then shows Funaki her breasts, and I guess he's the only person that's going to get to see them tonight. And Jamie Noble. And the hot dog man.
Maybe Michael Cole, baby. I love SmackDown.
And the security man.
Everybody got a bit of Nydia, damn it.
Anybody who's in the arena who wants it will get it.
What's
anyway,
Funaki been, the past 2 years? He's literally just appeared out of nowhere.
SmackDown's number 1 announcer. Maybe he was Velocity's number 1 announcer.
He could have been.
Sunday Night Heat's number 1 announcer. Anyway, up next we get Billy Kidman versus Kurt Angle. And for no real good reason, Billy Kidman defeats Kurt Angle. Albeit by a dodgy countout. Albeit by Rey Mysterio getting involved. There's just no reason for this, though. I don't care if it's by count out, DQ, or roll up, or submission, or what. Fucking Billy Kidman should not be beating Kurt Angle. And I love Kurt, but again, he has went downhill, I think, since his feud with Edge.
No, I know he has, but you look at this, like, why is Billy Kidman in the company at this point and not Goldberg? And I don't give a fuck about Time Warner contracts. Why is Billy Kidman there?
What do you mean, why is he there? Can you remember the invasion angle?
Yeah, but why is he there? Why would you even bring it?
Hold on, this guy beat Hogan?
Yeah, he served. No, right.
Alright, he didn't. I don't know if he beat him, but he shared the ring with him.
People served a purpose, right? In the invasion. Why are like half of them still there? Like, realistically.
What do you want them to do as soon as the invasion angle ends? Just McMahon gets him on a wee room and goes, "You're fired."
We literally did that with Raven and Dreamer. Well, who are actually two of the better people.
Well, but to be fair, I mean, that's kind of... A lot of them did get phased out when the invasion lost.
That makes sense, so. But then he's just fucking brought them all back.
What's wrong?
They're all on heat or velocity.
So you would have just got rid of them all?
Not
apart
all
from the ones with the belts?
No, the ones that are good.
To be fair, RVD and the Dudleys, what more do you need?
No, true, but... Come on, man. No, Billy Kidman just shouldn't be beating Angle.
Down. No, I agree. But he does, thanks to Rey Mysterio. It was weird. Angle was getting back to the ring here at 8, and the referee just waved it off. It's like a boxing fight. Angle's going to make it in. The referee's like, nah, it's over. It's like, what the fuck are you on about? Had 2 seconds still to get in the ring.
I had 2 seconds to get in the ring, damn it.
Angle then does a nice angle slam to Billy Kidman over the top there, and he just plants right into the outside.
Splat.
So that was good. We then got The Rock and Edge. The Rock getting medical attention. Edge wants to know if The Rock's going to be alright tonight. The Rock's like, yeah, don't worry, I'll be alright. The Rock does the whole easy big fella, and then he cuts a promo about how he'd still wrestle tonight if he had no testicles.
And he threw them up in the air and ate them.
Yeah, he threw one up in the air because I don't know what happened to the other one, but he only had one left for some reason. He gobbled it and then he spat it in the face of, I don't know who, Brock Lesnar, I guess.
The candy asses.
And that was it. a little bit gay here. I mean, I don't know. Edge was mimicking The Rock.
At least it was his own, but I don't know what the fuck was going on.
Yeah, I don't know. This one didn't. I mean, The Rock. I definitely feel like with The Rock, he is very hit and miss. And I don't mean that in a negative way. I think he's more hit than miss. But I do think you get the odd Rock promo that you're like, I wasn't really feeling that one.
You still get the energy, but the context is a bit...
And that's what I felt like we had tonight.
Easy, big fella.
Yeah, I don't. That works, I think, but not every fucking set. Why is he doing it with Edge? I can almost accept I'm doing it with that chick in Raw because she's new and it's a woman and he's trying to impress her and flirt a little bit. But why the fuck's he pretend he's got a hard on for Edge? Like, what the heck's this?
He's like, I'll be doing my testicles in front of you, edgy boy. Adam.
Easy, big fella, and then eating testicles. I mean, Edge is probably thinking. And then Edge did the people's eyebrow and stole The Rock's catchphrase. It was like, just seems like a bum. I think it's okay if Hogan and The Rock steal each other's because they've both got iconic catchphrases.
Yeah.
But at this point in time, Edge doesn't really have anything that's iconic as a singles guy.
No.
And he's just really taking Edge. He's taking The Rock. Well, what could The Rock take for Edge?
Hee-haw.
That's what I mean, you know.
His hair, maybe. I mean, that's probably about it. Like, but we have Cena and Randy Orton against Devon and Batista. How mental is it these three are in the same match here? And it's like, they're all pish.
Hi, Devon's a big star here.
I know.
Fast forward, and here 6 months later, and he is the bomb of the free. But no, I don't know why Batista and Devon were still in a team because they were arguing last week. After,
threw him through a door.
Yeah, after the Devon gets beat, I believe. Does he get beat?
No, well, Batista turns on him.
He does.
Hits him with a spine buster.
Devon blames him for allowing him to take the stink face. Devon thinks that he could have helped them. Batista's like, screw this, hits him with a spine buster. And then he gets bonsai dropped by Rikishi. 1, 2, 3. Boom.
Fantastic. Cannot complain with that, man. And yeah, this is it. Batista's going to go on his wee solo run now with his wee briefcase. The concession box, is that what it's called?
Aye.
I think that's what it's called. Jamie Noble and Nidia are backstage with this decrepit elderly man that's sitting there. Who is this guy?
I don't know. This guy's slumped up against a wall. Jamie Noble asked him if he wants a sneak peek at what the world's going to see later tonight. The man says yes, of course. Nidia lifts up her top. She flashes the man, and behind them there's a sign saying like fire hose or something like that. So I don't know if they were trying to play it. I don't know if that was a coincidence.
Yeah, but see this guy, he had like no reaction. He was fucking dead. Like, he might have been dead.
I mean, Nidia may as well have fucking flashed a newspaper at him here.
Yeah. The guy's... who is this guy?
I don't know,
Get the ugliest, decrepit bastard ever.
Some random guy backstage sitting in front of a fire hose sign. Then we get the women's title match, Molly Holly versus Nidia. And you know what? This wasn't actually that bad.
No, it was actually a decent
considering like Nidia's not... Now, we recently watched Layla versus Kelly ECW 2007, and that was bad. Considering like Nidia's not really... You know, I wouldn't call her a ring general or anything like that. I thought it was alright. So...
No, it was. An actual match with a bit of like comedy in there and, you know, stipulations on the line, so to speak. But it was good, but Molly Holly broke up the fun because Jamie Noble, they're about to give the fans what they want. But then guess what? Molly Holly drop kicks Jamie Noble, and you know what? They sold the fuck out of this. Jamie Noble went flying.
They did. No, it was good. Molly Holly walks off, but here's the thing. It's like, see, once they get up, why couldn't they just do it again?
Oh, they're injured. That's wrestling logic.
It's kind of like when someone attacks you and then they leave the ring and they walk up the ramp, you can't go after them.
True.
It's like there's an invisible like portal.
And something else doesn't make sense. Steph McMahon hypes up the greatest show on TV, SummerSlam promo, and then it's all Raw. Like the first half of the promo was all Raw. I get it, right? They need to show this, but it doesn't make SmackDown look any good, does it? When you've got an entire Raw promo block in there. The Rock.
Yeah, I don't know. Could she have took the Raw matches out?
I don't know why she couldn't have just hyped up SummerSlam without, you know, actually before it, like burying Raw and be like, we're the greatest show. It's not Raw. And then just proceeds to put Raw over in a promo.
Yeah.
Maybe they're going for Bischoff fucking hijacked it. I don't know. I doubt that. But it's main event time. Benoit, Guerrero against The Rock and Edge. And for me... Again, just another Guerrero-Benoit match that hit flat.
Yeah, it just didn't really deliver for me.
SmackDown's dropping the ball.
It's a match with 4 good guys, but overall,
just feels so similar to what we've seen recently. Even the fact Brock's out there and they're just doing the whole gimmick of like the Rock's looking at him and Brock's looking at him, and I mean, and all we get's a punch between them.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, I don't really understand this whole. It's almost like this feud is based today, where these two stars aren't allowed to actually interact.
You don't get.
But back in the day, you always got them interacting.
Edge beats Guerrero.
Yeah, with the spear, which is the
Rock's got no momentum going into SummerSlam.
No.
The best momentum the Rock's got is I'm injured, but I'm still willing to go.
Like, looking at this match on paper, you would just assume that like Rock would have been like 90% favourite. Brock's the up and coming new guy, but the Rock, it's the Rock. But see, actually looking at the build, you would have been shocked if the Rock walked out of SummerSlam with the belt.
Yeah.
The way they're building Brock and the way the Rock.
If you look at it logically, yeah, I mean, Brock's unbeaten and kicking ass, and the Rock's tapping out the Benoit every week.
The opposite of unbeaten.
He's beaten. I'm beaten.
But anyway, guys, this SmackDown done. Bit lackluster.
I'm giving it a 5, I'm sorry. It just didn't really do much for me.
Yeah, I'm giving it a 5 too. Raw is smoking SmackDown.
What I will say, it was the opposite. The first, 3-4 months,
it was all SmackDown, baby.
SmackDown was week in, week out, the better show, better than Raw. But as of right now, I think Raw is much better than SmackDown.
Yep. That's it.
And I would say, I think Raw's been better than SmackDown every week since Eric Bischoff took over. I'm not saying it's solely on Eric Bischoff, of course not.
But near enough is.
But yeah, I just think Raw's more exciting.
Yeah. Easily. And what I think as well helped SmackDown in previous months, like The Rock wasn't even on it. I'm not saying it's all to do with The Rock. Like The Rock came back about over a month ago. But you had Taker, and I feel like Taker was doing a great job as being a champ on both shows. I don't think The Rock's did as well.
No, he hasn't. Obviously, Taker's been on Raw now. You've had a few trades. I mean, SmackDown has gained Brock Lesnar. Did lose the Un-Americans, though. Did lose Chris Jericho.
I'm not burying Brock, but I think he's actually carried SmackDown the past month. To a degree.
Possibly, but I don't think the changes have really helped SmackDown.
No, they've not. But think of all the Brock stuff. I thought pretty much everything with Hogan was great. I think the stuff with The Rock's been a bit of a letdown.
You could argue fucking Raw losing Benoit and Guerrero is the best thing that happened to it.
You could, but it's a 5 out of 10. I believe we gave Raw an 8.
Yeah, I think last week you gave SmackDown a 4.
Yeah, so SmackDown.
I think I gave it a 5, you gave it a 4.
Not good, guys, but up next, we've got SummerSlam. What match are you most excited for?
Triple H. Michaels.
Is that what?
Has to be.
I've already seen the match, so I'm actually going to go for Angle and Ray.
I'm looking forward to it. No, I mean, it's going to be a good show. But for me...
Speaking like it's not happened.
I'd rather watch an old show that's happened a million times than watch some current shite.
Yeah, that's pretty much it.
That's
pretty much it, guys. Until then, peace.